cheerleader. Makai Brogdon. Escorted by his mother, Shayla Brogdon. Makai is on the freshman football team. And now, our sophomore courts. Gianna Magazine. Escorted by her mother, Elena Birch. Gianna is a member of the Lady Raiders basketball team, Smash program, and softball team. And now, our junior courts. Kaden Reed. Escorted by her mother, Nuri Reed. Kaden is a member of the Lady Raiders basketball team and We Are Change program. Zayshawn Pohl. Escorted by his mother, Noreen Whitlock. Zayshawn is a member of the Student Council, a drum major for the Warren G. Harding Marching Band, Upward Bound, Our Voices Matter, and a varsity cheerleader. Let's hear it for our freshman, sophomore, and junior homecoming representatives. It's now time for the 2024 Homecoming Senior Court. Michaela Robbins Owens. Escorted by her mother, Marisha Owens. She plans to attend college or university to major in criminology. Egypt Reynolds. Escorted by her brother, Israel Reynolds. She plans to attend Youngstown State University to major in nursing. She has also been part of the Renaissance program since her freshman year. Jacob Borsick. Escorted by his mother, Kristen Borsick. He plans on attending college or university to play collegiate baseball. Jacob is part of the boys soccer team and baseball team, Madrigals, and National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your 2024 Warren G. Harding representatives. And now, the time has come to announce the 2024 Warren G. Harding Homecoming King and Queen. First, please welcome Senior Class Vice President Shania Moore, who will crown our Homecoming King, and to crown our Homecoming Queen is Senior Class President Trinity Walker. And now, your 2024 Warren G. Harding Homecoming King is Jacob Borsick. Congratulations, Jacob. You have won all 4 years here at Warren Harding. And now, our 2024 Warren G. Harding Homecoming Queen is, drum roll please, Egypt. Congratulations, Jacob and Egypt, and all of our 2024 Homecoming Court on winning Mollenkopf Stadium. Let's hear it from you guys. Give them a round of applause. To everyone at Harding High School, have fun and be safe tomorrow when we travel the world for the homecoming dance here at Warren G. Harding High School. One more time, let's hear it for the homecoming king and queen. Let's meet our 2024 Raider football coaching staff. Offense, Greg Lazari.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the gold standard of Northeast Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise for the playing of our school alma mater, the Gold and White. Pregame wouldn't be the same without the official song of the state of Ohio. Here is Hang On Sloopy.
Playoff appearances, 45 professional athletes, 7 state championships, 1 NFL Hall of Famer. Western Reserve and Panthers live deep in our soul. This is the spirit of the Harding Raider in his white.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Good evening, Raider Nation. Welcome once again to Mollenkopf Stadium. It's week 8 already of the 2024 high school football season. And tonight, it's homecoming at Mollenkopf as your Warren G. Harding Raiders play host to the 2-5 Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. Raiders, last time we were here at Mollenkopf, suffered a big defeat to the Youngstown Ursuline Irish, but since then have won 2 in a row to come back at 5-2 and in prime position for a postseason playoff berth. Once again, Tom Bird on hand with Eddie Colbert, and Eddie, homecoming, finally got some cooler temps, and that may be a 2-5 football team across the field there, but you know, we could throw that record out the window when it comes to Cardinal Mooney.
No, absolutely. A storied program just like the Harding Raiders here. They've got noted down here. They may only be 2-5, but 4 of those 5 losses came to undefeated teams. Every time Mooney comes to Mollenkopf Stadium, they look to compete. They look to have something to prove. But like you said, it's homecoming night, Tom. 5-2. They want to move to 6-2. Keep on moving up them ranks. Put themselves safely in the playoffs. Get in the dance. See if they can make something shake.
Harding's going to get the ball first. They will be moving from left to right across your screen this evening. Heading towards the south end zone. Mooney set to kick off. Number 4, Brady Desmond doing the duty for Mooney. That ball's picked up around a 15-yard line, and a nice return out to about the 35, and Harding will have solid field position to open this one up.
Marcus Crum on the kick return there showed a lot of his speed during this year. One of the number 1 targets for the quarterback, number 1, Chaz Coleman. Look to hear his name a lot here as they look to get that passing game going to establish the run game.
Harding gets that return out to the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Chaz Coleman, and that's Brandon Coleman in the backfield right behind him. And Brandon Coleman gets the early give, pounds it into the line for a gain of about 3 out to about the 38-yard line.
Seen a lot of Coleman this year. Seen really, a nice little switch out at running back there. Unfortunately, it looks like my king Adair may be done for the season with an injury, but really like the way the coaches have been really switching those running backs up, really leaving those fresh legs in there and getting some of these young players some time under the lights to prepare them for the future of this Warren Harding football team.
Second down and 7. Low snap. Coleman picks up Finds a man out here flat. That's Steven Sims for a big gain. Sims inside the Mooney 40. 1st and 10. Harding as he's thrown out of bounds.
There's a flag. No. Oh. Looked like an absolute late hit there. Steven Sims talked about what he could add to this offense and defense at the beginning of the year. Commit to YSU. I believe he was out last week with an injury. Good to see the young man back, getting him involved early with a nice pickup down the sideline to move the chains.
You mentioned Mike King-Adair out on injury. Steven Sims was in that running back position, coming in for Brandon Coleman on that play. So Sims out of the backfield, big gain for Harding, and they are at the Mooney 39-yard line and threatening early. Sims with the give again. Sims around that end, and Sims close to another Harding first down.
Yeah, started to see that go into the Raiders' repertoire here in the last couple weeks. Those RPOs where the running back dangerous with his arm, dangerous with his legs as well. Chaz Coleman has that opportunity to be able to hand that ball. If he sees that end come, he's gonna hand that ball off. If he sees that end step back, he's gonna take it himself and go up the middle. That time they were worried about Chaz with his ability to run the ball. Keyed on him, opened up a big gain for number 8, Steve Smith. Not only seen him in the passing game, but contributing to the running game as well.
Brandon Coleman checking back in the game. Steven Sims taking a quick breather. It is 2nd down and 1 at the Mooney 30-yard line. Coleman's going to keep it himself. He'll get the first down, trying to bounce it outside. He gets a couple, but again, it's enough to move the chains for Warren Harding.
Yeah, knew what he needed to get there. Like how he used his patience there, read his blockers, knew he only needed that gain of 1 to move the chains. Really want to watch the line of scrimmage, as we say in most of these games. And that's where that game is won, is up front there. Harding, when they've done well, it's because they've controlled the line of scrimmage, been able to open up the running game, been able to open up the passing game as well, not letting that defense key on just one aspect of the offense. So we're really going to keep close attention on who wins the battle in the trenches tonight.
1st and 10 at the Mooney 28-yard line. That looks like a handoff to Brandon Coleman. Coleman breaks loose and inside the 20 and close to another Harding first down.
Harding doing very well to start this game off. Looked like Mooney probably had 6-7 in the box right there. Harding able to pick that up for a big gain. Looks like they're going to be for 9. Look, 2nd and 1, great opportunity for this offense right here. Opens up all kinds of play action. Defense has really got to be on their heels right now with the playbook wide open on this 2nd and 2 opportunity.
Harding on the move early. They are 2nd down and 1 at the Cardinal Mooney 19-yard line. 8:40 to play in the opening quarter. 2 receivers on the near side. That's Devin Morgan in motion. Morgan's going to get the end around. He gets the end inside the 15, down to 10. That's a first down. Looks like maybe the 11-yard line is where they're going to spot that. Harding 1st and 10 at the Mooney 11.
Devin Morgan using his speed to the outside there. Defensive end not able to keep the contain there. He was able to use his feet, plant that left foot, get upfield to bring the ball down to the 11-yard line. Raiders on the march on their first drive.
Harding knocking at the Mooney door. Early on, Brandon Coleman in the backfield sets up right behind quarterback Chaz. And Coleman hands it off to Brandon Coleman. Coleman gets it inside the 10 for a couple. 2nd down and 8 from the Mooney 9-yard line.
Yeah, Harding content right now with just trying to impose their will on the defensive line. Just pounding the ball up through the line of scrimmage for positive yards. Looks like right now, if you look at the defensive set for Cardinal Mooney, looks like they're going with a 1 high safety with some man-to-man coverage on the outside. See if they look to exploit that as Mooney tries to snuff out the run.
Harding with 3 receivers on the near side, 1 up on top. Coleman's going to step back and throw this one. He's going to keep a step up in the pocket. And Chaz Coleman will go 9 yards, untouched in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Couldn't have asked for anything better on that drive there. Controlled the line of scrimmage with the run. Mixed in a couple passes right there. Chaz Coleman dropped back inside of his 10-yard line, recognized all that man-to-man defense out there. Everybody was in the back of the end zone. Chaz took advantage of it, tucked the ball, used his legs, got in the end zone for a quick 6 for the Harding Raiders.
Jared Edmonds on to attempt the extra point. That kick is up, and it is good, and Harding jumps out to an early 7-0 lead on a solid opening drive.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for much better there for the Raiders. Last week in Boardman, we saw a little confusion. Looked like the coaching staff was trying to change the personnel up a little bit, get some of these younger players in, get some of these guys in that don't get a lot of playing time, and looks like they fixed that problem this week. No problem with getting the personnel in and off the field. No problem with controlling the line of scrimmage. No problem with moving the ball right down the field for a quick 7.
And now Cardinal Mooney will have the opportunity to see if they can come back and answer that opening drive by the Raiders. Number 3, Tyon Flowers is the deep back for the Cardinals. Jaron Edmonds on for the kickoff. 7:12 to play in the opening quarter. Harding ahead 7-0 early on homecoming night here at Mollenkopf. Little grounder, tough to handle, but it's picked up and brought out to about the 36-yard line for Cardinal Mooney. And Cardinal Mooney will set up there, 1st and 10.
And Mooney's going to start out with pretty good field position here to start it off. Harding trying to catch them off guard there, maybe see if one of those up men weren't quite ready. Get a quick turnover for the offense there, but they're going to go on defense. You know, this year we've seen they've really kind of lived and died by that defense. Defense has really kind of played very stout at times, and when they haven't, they've had that bend, don't break mentality. But once again, Mooney with the big size up front is going to try to take control of that line of scrimmage, establish that run, establish the run to try to open up the passes later in the game.
Quarterback number 12, Vince Gentile. And he drops back the pass right away, looking deep downfield for Dennis Clark. Dennis Clark mentioned as one of the players to watch, and he almost had a step out just outside the fingertips, and Mooney looking to hit the home run ball early.
Yeah, I wanted to test those corners one-on-one out there, trying to go after the sophomore Matthew Richardson. Had a step, but big pressure being brought off the left end, as usual, by number 1, Chaz Coleman, coming from that defensive end position, put a big hit on the quarterback, probably made him throw that a little faster than he wanted to, not able to step up into the throw, caused that errant pass, going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
And Clark is lined up on the far sidelines. He is one to watch. This time the give is up the middle for very little gain.
I think that was number 3, Tyler Smith, been calling his name all year. Him and Raychwan Hill really controlling things at those middle linebacker positions there, stepping up and filling the holes for the defensive line. That's going to be a short gain of maybe about 2.
Aiden Page on the carry for the Cardinals. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8 at the Cardinal Mooney 37-yard line. Gentile rolls out to his left, and Gentile is going to go down for a loss, and that's going to bring up 4th and long, and that should bring on the Mooney punting unit.
Now, once again, you see they moved Chaz Coleman. He was playing that left end position, moved him over to the right end. He was able to not only set the edge there to turn that quarterback inside, he was able to spin off of his block, use that athleticism to get to the quarterback and drop him for a loss.
Number 4, Brady Desmond back to do the punting. A low line drive kick. That's fielded about the 37-yard line. Brought out to about the 48. Harris Coleman Bay on the return, and Harding with excellent field position one more time.
Nice return by Harris Coleman Bay there. difficult knuckleball low kick there, handled it well, able to avoid one tackler, get upfield for positive yardage. Going to leave the Raiders in a great field position here at around the midfield mark. Couldn't really be asking for anything better here. Offense went down there with a quick strike. Defense, I believe that was a 3 and out.
Yes, it was.
To get that Mooney offense back on the field, turn the ball back over to the offense with great field position on their second possession.
And that's Eris Coleman Bay out of the backfield, gets the corner, and pick up of about 6 on that play.
You know, we talk about Eris a lot from the kick return side, also playing out there on that corner by himself. Last week against Boardman, he took one of those jet sweeps right up the sideline. I believe that was a touchdown that tied the game, but he's really been a force for this team. He's been getting playing time since his sophomore year, really put a lot of work in. Off the field and on the field. As we mentioned before, he's a commit to Brown University. Just really the poster child of what you want to see in a student athlete. Great to see that he's having a fantastic senior year.
2nd down and 5 at the Mooney 48-yard line, and that handoff was to Brandon Coleman, and Coleman was met hard in the backfield. That's going to result in about a 4-yard loss, brings up a 3rd down and 9 as the Raiders are pushed back to their own side of the field.
Yeah, one of the stars on this 2 and 5 team, number 1, sophomore, 6'3", 230, Dom Lithlow, looking for big things out of him. Only a sophomore. You can see the talent that he has. You see why he's on the field as a sophomore with plays like that, just knifing through that Raider offensive line for a loss of 2 to bring up this 3rd and long.
Raiders looking at a 3rd down and 9 now. They're at their own 49-yard line. And the Raiders are going to take a timeout and talk this one over. Didn't like what they saw on the defensive side of the ball, so let's go check with Coach and find out what we want to do here.
Founded in 1960,
It's going to be the first adversity that the Raiders have faced all night here with this 3rd and 9 coming up. Everything they've had, they've usually, if they got to that 3rd down, it's been 3rd and short. Offenses love it when you have that 2nd and short. It gives you just wide open in the playbook. That's where you pull the trick plays out. That's where, you know, the defense can't really key on things. It could be a run. It could be a pass. You get yourself into those 3rd and 9 situations, kind of limits the playbook a little bit. Right now, the defense is going to be looking heavy pass right now. Probably going to either lock up on those receivers one-on-one and send a blitz so they don't have the time to throw it, or they're going to drop back in a straight zone, try to confuse the quarterback to see if they can get him to throw into coverage with an interception.
Out of the timeout, Harding has the ball 3rd and 9. Ball's at their own 49-yard line.
Stephen Sims is back in the backfield alongside Chaz Coleman.
Only showing 5 in the box.
Coleman's going to keep it again, looking for some running room, finds some, and Chaz Coleman breaks a tackle, slips inside the 40. It's a 1st down. A little slip right there, or I think that one would have been a whole lot more.
So forget everything I just said. I think that goes back to the old adage, it's not about the play, it's about the player. You know, you get yourself in a situation, you put the ball in the hands of your best player and you let him make a play. And you saw it on that there. 3rd and 9, put the ball into the hand of the guy that's been getting you there all year. They'll find a way, they'll make a way, and you saw it right there. 1st down, moving the chains into Mooney territory.
Chaz Coleman with the big 3rd and 9, 1st down run. Takes it down to the Mooney 38-yard line. 3:43 to go here in the 1st quarter. We've got a clock stoppage. And now we're ready to resume action. Brandon Coleman, the running back, sitting up behind Chaz Coleman. And Brandon Coleman gets the call, gets through the line of scrimmage, pumping those legs inside the 45, inside the 35 rather, down to about the 33. Should bring him about a 2nd down, and looks like it'll be 5.
Yeah, BJ's been a hard runner all year. You know, really just, you know, talk about, you know, the yards after contact. He really keeps those legs pumping, moving forward, always falling forward for an extra yard or two. Just really like to see that type of running out of a high school running back.
Brandon Coleman stays in at running back, gets the call again, breaks it out to the left, trying to get around the corner.
They're going to
There's
call
a
a hold
flag
out
on
there.
there, possibly holding. He was close to first down, but looks like this one may be coming back.
Yeah, they're going to get it on the slot receiver there. Couldn't tell what number that was. Got those hands outside the shoulders. Ref saw that from the backside. He's going to call it every time. Going to push this back to about a 2nd and 15.
Holding offense number 21, repeat, second down.
Penalty's going to take Harding back to the Mooney 43-yard line. And it is indeed going to be a 2nd down and 15 upcoming.
After the penalties marked off, 2nd down and 15 for Harding. Ball's out on the 43.
Stephen Sims in the backfield once again. Coleman steps back to
Got
pass.
him.
He's looking for Sims on that sideline. Sims all by himself. Stephen Sims is going to take that in. 43 yards and a Raider touchdown.
That's how you erase that holding penalty there. Low snap kind of threw the timing off. Steve Sims comes out of the backfield, runs that wheel route up the sideline, got lost to the defense. Wide open. Chaz was able to lay it out for him. It was nothing but Steve Sims and his speed for the rest of that touchdown there.
Chaz Coleman complete to Stephen Sims for the 43-yard touchdown. On to kick the extra point, number 38, Jared Edmonds.
The extra point attempt is up and good, and Harding on homecoming night has jumped out to a 14-0 lead with 2:36 to play here in the first quarter at Mollenkopf Stadium.
Yeah, really great start offensively and defensively for this Raider team here on homecoming night. You know, you want to win them all, but obviously homecoming's something special. With the big dance coming up tomorrow, everybody wants to go there with a happy feeling. Coming out of this last 2 games, able to pull out some victories on the road. Nice to come back home to the warm confines of Mollenkopf Stadium, and nothing better than starting out 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first quarter with a 14-0 lead.
Back deep for Mooney, number 3.
Again, Tyon Flowers back deep for Mooney.
Second kick for Harding.
The last time Harding kicked off was kind of a squib onside type kick. Jared Edmonds on to kick again.
Little Raiders very well aware of Tyon Flowers, former Little Raider, over here until he's about in 6th grade. Very well aware of his athletic ability. We'll see if they give him an opportunity.
And another low squib, and Flowers is going to pick that up about the 15-yard line. He's got some running room out to the 35, out to the 40, all the way out to about the 46-yard line. And a nice return by Mooney's Tyon Flowers.
Kick out to the 45.
Yeah, junior 5'9", 170. Last year, I believe he had an injury to the upper his shoulder clavicle, missed some games, but a lot of kids on our side of the ball very well aware of Mr. Flowers and his athletic prowess. Nice to see him giving him an opportunity there. Nice to see they didn't take it all the way.
And Mooney comes out to excellent field position, 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Vince Gentile sets up under center. And that ball is loose. Gentile falls on it, but it's going to result in about a 6-yard loss for the Cardinals.
Number 12, Vince Gentile falls on the fumble.
Yeah, I couldn't tell there. That was a
Loss of 5.
mishap on the exchange from the handoff or what happened there, but nevertheless, Mooney's continuing to struggle on offense as this Raider defense is just pinning their ears back and just applying the pressure.
Second down and about 15 as Mooney gets pushed back to about their 41-yard line. Gentile keeps it, looks over the middle for Dennis Clark. Looks like he scooped that up. They're calling that a catch. Pick up a big chunk of that yardage. Looks like a 3rd down and 3 coming up after that play.
Tackled on play by number 9, Harris Coleman.
Clark with the sliding catch across the middle.
Yeah, one of the first positive plays. I think that's the first. Looks like they're going to bring up this 3rd and 3 here. Haven't had much success running the ball. Look for some type of play action, try to freeze those linebackers.
There's the handoff to the running back, that fullback, and he barrels ahead down to about the 41-yard line of Harding, and that's going to move the chains for Cardinal Mooney.
Brought down by number 17, Donovan McCoy.
Donovan McCoy coming up from his safety position to make that tackle.
40-yard line.
1st and 10 Mooney at the Harding 40. And now Mooney all of a sudden for the first time tonight with a little bit of offensive threat going on.
A lot of cushion one-on-one to the outside.
The pitch to Aiden Page, and Aiden Page finds some running room up the middle, picks up another Cardinal Mooney first down inside the Harding 30.
Mooney starting to find a little bit of rhythm to the offense here. Nice balance of the pass-run game, being able to move the sticks here. By far the best drive thus far that the Mooney offense has seen.
1st and 10 Mooney at the Raider 29-yard line. Gentile staying under center, 2 backs behind him. Flag on the play.
We call it sideline warning?
I think so. I think
Sideline
Coach
warning,
Richardson
Warren,
was
that's
outside
their
the box
first.
down there. They want him back inside the 25-yard line, not down there where he was. So sideline warning on the Raiders. We'll line it up and do this one again.
That's the end of the first quarter.
You know, kind of frustrates Mooney there. They're on a roll. They've got a little bit of sync to their offense there, and one of those no harm, no foul penalties now is going to take this where they I guarantee you they wanted to get that ball off before the quarter ended there to try to keep that momentum. Smart on maybe Coach Richardson there, not kind of new to this game. Maybe a little get the gamesmanship there. Take a little step outside the box, let the ref throw the no harm, no foul penalty to try to stop this momentum, get his team back in the huddle for this quarter break, and try to change this momentum.
And that is indeed the end of the first quarter with the Warren Harding Raiders out on top, 14-0 over the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. We will open up the second quarter with the Cardinals on their best drive of the game so far. They will have it 1st and 10 at the Raider 29-yard line.
Oh yeah, this break here in the action, Tom. Tomorrow is going to be the first inaugural 5K to the 50. Coach Richardson, one of the things he came in, he wanted to add some little extracurriculars around the football team, and so Amanda Colbert and Miss McCoy, Amara McCoy, they've set that up. It'll be 9 o'clock tomorrow here at the stadium.
Aiden Page, and he is met hard. That's going to be a yard loss.
Number 26, Aiden Page.
That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Backfield by number 52.
And at least for that play, the Harding defense put the brakes on.
Yeah, Kenneth Bird coming from that down line position there, able to get past his offensive line right into the backfield, and just how you do, sir, type of tackle there.
Dennis Clark down here on the near side, number 2. He is a player to watch. Gentile's going to keep that. He's going to hand it off to the fullback, Cam Page. And he gets a few up to about the 26-yard line.
Look, you see, as they're really starting to buy into this defensive strategy that Coach Richardson has tried to instill into them, just all hats to the ball. You had a good 4 or 5 players on the tackle right there. Like to see everybody just swarming to the ball.
Ball's at the 26.
Third down and 7 for the Cardinals. They're at the Harding 26-yard line, trying to keep this drive alive and work their way back into the contest. And Gentile's going to step back and look for a receiver. Under a lot of pressure, gets it off. That's Tyon Flowers. Flowers is not going to have enough, but I think we're going to see a face mask on that play. So it's going to work out. Mooney's going to wind up with a first down deep in Harding territory. He was short on a play, but There is a personal foul face mask penalty that they're going to march off here in just a moment, and that's going to push Mooney up towards the Harding 10-yard line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, I don't believe in high school they differentiate between the 15 and the 5-yard accidental, but, I mean, overall, great play by the defense there. They stayed home. We talk about all the time, no such thing as a free lunch. Offensive line gets through, or excuse me, defensive line gets through there, puts the quarterback under huge pressure. All of a sudden you saw Tyon Flowers come out of the side there, but you saw the defense stayed back. Chaz Coleman was right there to be able to drop it for minimal gain. Just an aggressive mistake there by getting his hand on that mask. They're going to have to try to hold him now deep inside the Raider territory.
That penalty gives Cardinal Mooney a first down at the Harding 11-yard line.
They're going to reset the play clock.
Vince Gentile with Adam Page just to his left. Sorry, Aiden Page. And Aiden Page.
Nope,
Gentile keeps it. And gets little to nothing. Might have made it to the 10-yard line.
You know, all year, Tom, we talked about, you know, not the biggest size on this defense, but what they lack in size, they make up in speed and athleticism. Watch how that defense just flows laterally. Had everybody tricked there, but that defense was able to recover. I think that was either Steven Sims or Tyler Smith that was able to get out there for that initial hit, but fooled everybody on that play action. But with that athleticism and speed, able to move laterally left to right, able to stop him for minimal gain.
Gentile picks up one. It's second down and 9. Now he's going to step back, looking over to that left side. He's got Dennis Clark over there, and Clark gets wrestled out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
Nice pattern, taking advantage of the cushion that the corners are giving out there to the wide receivers. Just that quick hook route right there, able to stop Plant. Quarterback with nice strong arm, able to get it out there to his receiver. Put him on the 5-yard line here. Going to bring up a third down, though. They can't get a first down, though, without scoring a touchdown.
Third down and 4, Raider 5-yard line. They need to get it to the 1. Gentile, little screen pass out to Aiden Page, and Aiden Page is going to find his way into the end zone for a Cardinal Mooney touchdown, and they are not going to go away quietly.
I'll give him a lot of credit there. Quarterback able to withstand a little bit of pressure there, stay in the pocket, wait for his receiver to break open there in the backfield, and then Aiden Page, it was just all speed after that, planting that right foot when he needed to and getting upfield to cross the goal line, putting Mooney right back into this game. Like number 32, Anthony Spirico.
And that kick is low, doesn't make it. So the extra point attempt fails, and Harding is hanging on to a 13-6 lead with 8:52 to go in the first half. But Mooney now with some signs of life, and we'll see if the defense can keep up with the momentum they have on that sideline right now.
Yeah, we started to see it there right at the end of the first half. You know, it started with that completion over the middle there, exploiting the cover 2 defense in the soft middle, sliding catch, able to get some positive yards, put them in a better position. You know, when your offense is facing 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, really puts a real strain and it really shrinks the playbook. You know, so to be able to get some positive yards on 1st, 2nd down, so when that 3rd down does come up, you've got multiple options there, and that's what Mooney was able to do on that drive, and that's what was able to allow them to sustain that drive and continue to move the sticks and eventually end up in the Harding end zone.
Brady Desmond on to do the kicking chores.
And number 9, Aaron Coleman Bay. Set to kick for Mooney. Number 4, Brady Desmond.
Let's see if Mooney will challenge these deep men that Harding have. Just short kick, that'll be fielded.
Let it go.
It's going to go out of bounds.
There you go, smart play. Looked like that was number 17, Donovan McCoy. with the smart play there, letting that ball go out of bounds. He's a speedster. I know he wanted everything in him, wanted to pick that ball up, take it up the sideline, but go ahead, let that ball go out of bounds and get the great field position. Tom, as always, we get the opportunity to broadcast here on WSCN. I know people around the area and the state are watching this. Want to give a shout out to Warren City School Superintendent Steve Shiro, him and his wife. I know they're out of town listening in. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. Oh, ball's
on the ground.
We got it back. Looks like
James Jones was in at quarterback on that one, and little issue at the center quarterback exchange, but Harding manages to get it back. But in the process, that's a 6-yard loss back to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we see this every game. They give Mr. Jones at least a couple series. Just a sophomore transferred in from Hoban, looking to build the future of this team, the future of this offense. You know, I got to call the superstar that they have back there in Chaz Coleman, being able to give the youngsters a few reps to get them ready for the next year and build the program.
Jones is going to drop back, looks over the middle. He's got Eris Coleman Bay, but I don't think there's going to be much of a gain on that play. In fact, I think he lost a yard on that one.
Yeah, pass was a little behind Eris there. You would have liked to seen him keep that ball out in front of him as he ran across the middle there, be able to use that speed to keep on going. But I think when he had to adjust himself and move back, that gave the defender just the perfect opportunity to be able to stop him in his tracks and stop him for little to no gain.
3rd down and 17, and as we often say, Ed, there are not many 3rd down and 17 plays in the playbook, so Harding's going to have to dial something up here to get a fresh set of downs. Jones steps back to pass again, looking out the sideline.
Little miscommunication there. I think that unfortunately comes from not getting the majority of the snaps with the first unit Monday through Thursday. He had somebody wide open in the flats there, but obviously weren't on the same playbook right there. And that's going to cause a 4 and out for the Raiders and cause Chaz Coleman to come in and punt the ball away to Mooney.
So Harding looking at their first punt of the evening. Coleman, a nice kick, end over end. That's going to take a huge bounce. Fielded out there by number 0, Kingston Powell. And Kingston Powell with a nice return out to about the Mooney 39-yard line.
Yeah, Kingston Powell really averted a huge mistake there by not being able to catch that ball in the air. You could tell by the spin on it, it was just going to keep on rolling for the Raiders. Wisely, he was able to pick that ball up in stride, get himself upfield to actually give Mooney pretty good field position here near their own 40. We'll see, Tom. I mean, we've seen a slight change in momentum here. Mooney able to go down on offense, put together a strong drive to get in the end zone, and then the quick 3 and out by that Mooney defense. We'll see how this Harding team reacts.
Vince Gentile flanked by Aiden Page to his left, Cam Page to his right. We'll see if Mooney tries to get one back quick. They've got the momentum, and Gentile steps back. Gentile looking long, looking for Dennis Clark, and he is guarded nicely out there as that pass falls incomplete.
Once again, Matt Richardson, the sophomore, out there on an island all by himself. Saw a lot of pressure coming off the left end there by Deshaun Wynn. But just give all the credit to the corner out there on the island by himself. He was able to stay step for step with him, made a great play on the ball, went up with him, causing to bring up this second and 10. And
Richardson has proven himself time and time again against some very talented receivers throughout the course of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question that the other teams, they're looking at number 10. They're looking at that sophomore. They're looking at the one-on-one coverage and try to take advantage of it, and he's held his own all year.
And this time they give us to Aiden Page, and Chaz Coleman greets him behind the line of scrimmage.
Look at that great pursuit. Coming from the near side here. Chases him all the way through the backfield, able to just with one paw just rip him down in the backfield. Going to bring up here a 3rd and 11.
Kind of Lawrence Taylor-like right there. Shades of LT.
3rd down and 11, balls at the 38-yard line.
3rd down and 11. And the Harding defense doing what it can to put a cap on that Cardinal Mooney momentum. They now face a 3rd and long. Gentile steps back again, looks over the middle, was looking for Tyon Flowers, got it behind him a little bit, and all of a sudden now that momentum has come to a halt as the Mooney punt team has to make an appearance.
No, absolutely. He felt that pressure coming from both ends there. Probably tried to get that ball off a little faster than he wanted to. Error throw behind him. He did have his receiver open over the middle, but that Harding front four was able to get the pressure needed on him. Going to bring in the punt team on here on that 4th and 11.
Eris Coleman Bay, the deep back for Warren Harding. He's going to call for the fair catch. Actually, I think that was Raylan Adams. I'm sorry, Raylan Adams was out there fielding the punt that time.
Yeah, Raylan Adams got a lot of special teams time last week as well against Boardman. Was able to come in there, secure the ball, using his head. You know, a lot of times when you're getting your opportunities on special teams, you know, when you get that chance, you want to take it, but showed a lot of maturity, a lot of patience out there, not afraid to put up that hand, waving for the fair catch, give his offense the opportunity to get out there and move the ball downfield.
And that gives Harding excellent field position at their own 40-yard line. Chaz Coleman back in the quarterback. Brandon Coleman is going to set up to his left in the running back position. And that's Eris Coleman Bay with the handoff, trying to get around the end, sheds one tackler. He cannot shed the rest of the Mooney defense, and they were all over that sweep play.
Yeah, jet sweep here to the left. One of the plays that you see a lot of in in this Raider offense here. Tried to get to the sideline. Mooney did an excellent job of using the sideline as a 12th player. Ran to the sideline. Eris just tried to make something out of that. You know, give him credit for his aggressiveness, but at some point, you know, you got to just know, hey, take what it is, go down, live to fight another play. They're going to bring up now another long 2nd and 15 play.
That 5-yard loss takes the ball back to the 34-yard line. Chaz Coleman's going to keep that, find some running room, and Chaz Coleman into the open! Chaz Coleman inside Mooney territory! Coleman all the way down to the 22-yard line, inside the 20, but there is a flag down in the Harding backfield.
You know, frustrating. Looks like they're going to probably call a hold on this play, and unfortunately, when the flag was thrown and where it was thrown at, that hold probably had nothing to do with the outcome of this play.
And that is just so often the case. Player trying to do his job, and unfortunately behind the play, and that's going to negate a big run by Chaz Coleman and bring up an even bigger 2nd down play, as they're going to go back to 2nd down and 25 after they march this one off.
Yeah, penalties will kill you, and one of the common penalties you see here in high school football, and
Holding,
football in general,
offense
is
number
that holding
66.
play. But that 10-yard
10 yards, 2nd down.
Really puts the offense in a difficult position.
2nd down and 26 as they back the Raiders back to their own 24-yard line.
Well, they just got to remember, you got two downs here. Don't need to get it all back in one. Want to get some substantial yards here to bring up something third and something reasonable.
Coleman's going to take it again. Little spin move. Coleman still on his feet. Coleman out past the 35-yard line, and there's a chunk of it right there. Brings up about a 3rd down and 14 at this point.
Yeah, nice gain there. Getting upfield. Just showing the, you know, in that 6'5", people forget, you know, you see with the things that he's doing out here, just the way he can use his feet, you know, the footwork that he has, just the speed, the agility, and you forget that he's 6'5", 6'5" frame that's doing all that.
Third down and 14. Raiders at their own 37. Coleman steps back to pass, looking down over the middle, and that is just a little bit too tall. I think that's Devin. Oops, that was Matty Richardson looked for that one. A little too tall out there for him, and that's going to bring on the Harding punt unit.
Yeah, it looked like they were zoned underneath, and they had man-to-man on the outside. He looked like Matty had a step there, but would have just taken that perfect pass to be able to get it over the 2 defenders that were in that zone. to loft it in there. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. 4th and 13. Looks like Mooney's going to get the ball back with 2 minutes to go. With 4 minutes to go and 2 timeouts.
Line drive kick. That's going to be fielded about the 26-yard line. It was Kingston Powell once again, and again, he gets a nice return out to around that 40-yard line. And Mooney with good field position for this possible closing drive of the first half.
Well, we'll see what's happening here. No doubt you've seen this change in momentum here offensively and defensively. A holding penalty really stopped that. I think that big run by Coleman up the sideline there could have really flipped the momentum here, but the hold penalty is going to bring it back, put the Raiders offense in a real difficult position there with a 2nd and 26. Weren't able to capitalize to get the first down. Looks like Mooney, or they're going to, it looks like they're having some chain problems over there. Nobody's going to burn a timeout here. But this is where this Harding defense needs to make a stand here.
And Mooney with a tremendous opportunity because they will get the ball to open the second half. Gentile under center to that fullback Cam Page, and he barrels ahead for about 4 out to the 44-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Hey, they've been relatively successful with that quick hitter there, lining up in kind of the I formation, quick handoff to the fullback, seeing if those linemen can just sustain that block for just a half second to be able to break him to the second level. He's shown some speed there. If he can get past those linebackers, it's off to the races with the safeties.
Cam Page at 5'9", 193, kind of almost that old style fullback out there. Built low and low to the ground, and he's gained positive yardage, but it's 2nd down and 6. This time it's Aiden Page. And Aiden Page gets a couple out to about the 47-yard line, and that will bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that front 4 there, able to stay strong against the Mooney front 5. Short gain 3. That clock's going to continue to run here. Nobody's burned a timeout. Looks like Mooney wants to kind of hedge their bet here. Not calling a timeout, run as much of that clock off as they can just in case they can't secure the first down.
And this time, Gentile, he finds Kingston Powell for a first down, and Powell down to about the Raider 41-yard line where he's thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, nice play to the outside there. Just hooking up on that man-to-man coverage. He was able to make the catch, get outside, move the ball upfield. Did not get out of bounds, though, so the clock's going to continue to run.
And make no mistake, Vince Gentile can hurl the football out there. He had 4 touchdown passes in one of their early season wins, so he is a threat.
Once again with that quick hitter up the middle.
Again. Cam Page gets a couple inside the 40.
Number 18.
Still no timeout from the Cardinals. 150 to play in the first half.
Yeah, I think they got plenty of time here, knowing that the clock's going to stop on a first down.
We'll make sure that Harding does not have any time should Mooney
Correct.
actually get the ball scored in the end zone.
Well, Mooney's very well aware of the athletes on the other side of the ball, capability of just being able to score from anywhere on the field, so they want to make sure that they don't make a mistake here on the offensive side.
There's the handoff to Aiden Page, and Aiden Page finds some room inside the 30, the 25, inside the 20, brought down around the 17-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 Mooney, and they are knocking at the door late here in the first half.
Aiden Page, they got him listed at 5'9", but he's 190, and he showed all of it right there with some speed and just that low center of gravity, able to just shake off some of those high tackles to continue churning those feet and getting up the field, putting Mooney in great field position here with about 104, 105 left on the clock.
1st and 10 at the Harding 16-yard line. And that's Aiden Page again. Page inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line.
Pitch to number 26, Aiden Page.
And Mooney will finally take a timeout.
Looks like we got an injured player.
We got a player down. Actually, I think they did take a timeout here.
Yep, they did take the timeout. Now, interesting, on Mooney's touchdown, we saw a less than great effort on that extra point. We'll see if kicking a field goal is even in the cards for Mooney right now. Harding would love to be able to hold them out here for this next 47 seconds, go into the locker room with an 8-point lead.
Mooney will come out of this timeout with a 2nd down and 8 at the Raider 14-yard line. There's 47 seconds to go in the half, and what looked like an early dominating performance by Warren Harding has turned around just a little bit, and Mooney threatening to make this game a one-score, 1-point game, maybe even tied up with a 2-point conversion. And remember, Mooney will get the ball to start the second half, so Mooney's got an awful lot going on here with this drive late here in the first half.
Well, a lot of history to these two teams going back and forth, and we talked about the fact that they may have 5 losses, but 4 of them were to really good undefeated teams.
Gentile back to pass. He finds Dennis Clark, but that sliding catch is going to knock him down at about the 9-yard line. Another 3rd down and 3 coming up as the clock continues to tick, approaching 30 seconds.
Devin Morgan, number 10, Matthew Richardson.
Mooney they still have 2 timeouts listed on the board for them over there.
Yeah, looks like they got plenty of time here with the 2 timeouts. You figure after this play, they're going to have it with about 10 seconds left. Well, maybe a little less. This could possibly be the last play of the half, depending on how it goes.
That's the handoff to Aiden Page. Page will be brought down around the 6-yard line. 5 seconds to play.
I think they got the timeout. The clock continued to run, but I think they got that timeout with about 6 or 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout on the field.
So Mooney gets the timeout in. They will have time for one more play.
1 second on the clock. 1 second.
1 second on the clock.
I'll tell you, I'm a homer, so I'll take it, but I thought I saw them signaling for that timeout probably around the 5, maybe even 6, 7 seconds. So interesting. We'll see. Is Mooney going to bring out the field goal kicker for a little more than an extra point? Or are they going to put it into the hands of the offense and see if they can go out there and get a quick 6?
I know you don't want Harding to get the ball back a lot of time, but it seems to me they could have managed that into a couple more plays late in this drive. But
well, you figure it's 3rd down. It looks like it's 3rd down right now. You know, you probably could have got a 3rd and a 4th down in with a little different. I won't say better. I'm not the coach on the other side. I'll say with a little different play clock management there.
3rd down and 3, 1 second on the clock. The ball is at the Harding 6-yard line.
Harding's going to take a look.
And Harding looks like Harding's going to call timeout and discuss this. That ball is spotted just inside the 7-yard line down there.
Yeah, okay. They did change it. They did change it, Tom, and so I do apologize. That did bring up 4th down here, so they would have only had this 1 play left regardless. So let me the mea culpa and say great clock management by the Mooney coaching staff over there. That is why they hired them and not me. But yeah, we're going to have a great second half here, Tom. We've seen both teams exchange 2 great punches back and forth, and both have responded to them.
4th down and 1. 1 second to play in the half. The ball is at the Harding 7-yard line. And Mooney looking to try to punch this in and really tighten this contest up. Gentile in the backfield. He's got Aiden Page to his right.
Man across the board.
Gentile back to pass.
And it's incomplete.
And he does not get it.
Coach Richardson stays true to what he's done all year. He's got a great faith in his corners, great faith in those front 4 to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. They were able to deliver again, as you see on the replay here. Man-to-man across the board. Corner was able to get in there. That looks like that was Donovan McCoy coming over the top, getting that right arm in there to be able to break up the pass and send him to the locker room with the lead.
And that's the end of the first half with Harding on top 14-6. We'll be back for what's shaping up to be a pretty exciting second half. Stay tuned, Raider Nation. Band will be right up.
Throw was so perfect that Manningham had no choice but to receive it.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better catch with two guys on him. It's an over-the-shoulder catch. The fact that he got both feet inbound, it was perfection.
Wow, that's just a great play. He got his feet in. Simply remarkable.
And that changed the whole outcome of that game right there.
Please welcome to the field the 2024 Cardinal Mooney High School Band under the direction of Stephanie Chismar and percussion instructor Stephen Lay. Our Mooney Band is back for its second year and is bigger than ever. With 30 students as part of our band, we're excited for the future of our program. Tonight, for your entertainment, the band will play a few of its favorites. To get things started, the band will lead us in one of their favorite cheers. Mooney fans, you know what to do. Let's go, Cards! Up next, we feature our drum line with a drum cadence feature. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our awesome drum line while they perform Raindrop. Hey there, fans. Feel free to clap along while the band gives us some Seven Nation Army. make sure to do your part, fans, while our band plays Hey! Let's hear it one more time for the Cardinal Mooney High School Band.
Spirit without equal. Traditions beyond compare. And for decades, we have been the musical pride of Warren, Ohio. Mollenkopf Stadium, get on your feet and make some noise for your G. Harding Raider Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we present the 2024 Raider Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Reed Young and Heather Cerny. Summer assistants include Kristen Richter, Melanie Flagg, Abigail Mamich, and Rebecca Shelton. Our major instructors, Steve Davis, flag instructors, Celeste Mariah Conker. Percussion instructors are Brian Yager and Jordan Greengold. The band is led onto the field by field commanders Amari Jackson, Zayshawn Poole, and head drummer Lee Vaughn. The Raider Band is proud to present our 2024 show titled Back to Back, as we feature a variety of hit songs that we know you'll enjoy. Our opening song takes us back to the year of 1997. Here is Everybody, Backstreet's Back. Up next is the 2019 hit by Dua Lipa. Our majorettes and flagliners featured as we perform Don't Start Now. The Raider Band is on the move with this 2013 pop rock hit from the band One Republic. With a feature showcasing our Raider drumline, here is Counting Stars. The Raider Band would like to thank all of you for being a wonderful audience tonight. Now join us as we cheer our Raider team. There they go, Mollenkopf Stadium, the 2024 Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band!
For generations, this field, 3 championship high schools have shaped boys into men, teaching them to hone their talents, believe in themselves, and reach their ultimate goal. This is not only taught on this field, but expressed to every student that has ever walked through a Warren City school door. From a young age, we are taught to trust in our abilities, believe in ourselves, set a goal, and above all, never give up. Here are 45 athletes that believed in that Warren City school spirit and reached their ultimate goal of playing professional football. From the Warren G. Harding Panthers,
Ted Radisovich,
Joseph Carroll,
Bill Collar,
Tyrone Hicks,
David Arnold,
Travis Davis,
Greg Zakharoff,
and NFL Hall of Famer Paul Warfield. From the Warren Western Reserve Raiders,
Joey Browner,
Keith Browner,
Aaron Brown,
Derek Kelson,
Vanessa DeCree,
Elfie Birch,
Vanessa Brandon,
and Mark Brandon. From the Warren G. Harding Raiders,
LaShawn Daniel Sr.,
Myron Elzey,
Vanessa Provit,
Derek Tolles,
Maurice Claret,
Carl Diggs,
Prescott Burgess,
David Herron,
Mario Manningham,
Chris Rucker,
Cindy Glover,
Daniel Boom Herron,
Christopher Anzavino,
LaShawn Daniels Jr.,
James Daniels,
Lynn Bowden,
Yelda Froholt,
and Myron Cunningham. Along the way, we have lost a few pro football legends of Warren, Ohio, but their legacy will live long here at Mollenkopf Stadium. John Chacurnio, Chuck Riffle, Jim Bratz, Michael Graham, Lionel Reed, David Rogers, Lionel Thomas, Teddy Roberts, Jimmy Browner, Ross Browner, and Corey Stringer. So to the next generation in Warren, it doesn't matter whether you're small, big, fast, strong, quick, or patient you are. Take the Warren City Schools Foundation in you. Go after your dreams. Believe in your talents, believe in yourself, and give it everything you've got. And you will become a legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big Warren, Ohio welcome to the sidelines for Warren's own Maurice Claret. Let's hear it for Warren. Yeah,
Get your 50-50 raffle tickets ready. Tonight's ticket is a green ticket. Go to the orange. All the Harding players touched it. They're touching. Guess what? Harding comes away with it.
There's no more snaps here. We're going to give you the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. 50-50 raffle ticket. Tonight's jackpot is waiting for you underneath the home stands. $361. Green ticket. Winning number is 160451. Once again, that winning number 16045149. Don't forget the 49 at the end. Report to the Gridiron concession stand underneath the home stands to claim your prize. Number 14, Elijah Phillips, comes up with the loose ball for the Raiders. Harding takes over first and 10. Falls at the Mooney 31-yard line. Check it out, John. Chaz Coleman on the quarterback keeper. Takes it up the middle. Inside the 25 where he's tackled by number 22. Kawan Dean.
Brings up a second down and 3.
Second down and 3.
Talk again about the, you know, when you get yourself into these good offensive positions, not putting yourself behind the sticks early, these second and 3s really open up the offense. Defense can't really guess it right here. Got to be ready for the run or the pass.
Coleman steps back.
Got him wide open in the flats.
He's looking for Stephen Sims out of the backfield and just a little too tall and behind him for that one. That's going to bring up a third down and 3.
Yeah, it looked like maybe that was that.
Third down and 3.
Yep, that was Sims out there. All the time in the world, just kind of turned his running back around right there. I think he was trying to look upfield before he gathered the ball in, but once again, going to bring up this third and very manageable.
Brandon Coleman checking back into the backfield for the Raiders. And Chaz Coleman's going to keep this one again. He's wrapped up. Falls ahead for maybe a yard. Looks like a fourth down and 2 upcoming for the Raiders.
Yeah, once again, I think this is going to be 4-down territory for the Raiders. Putting yourself in that good position there on third down. Deep into the territory of Mooney. That's going to keep the offense on the field. When you got your 6'5" quarterback back there that can stretch that length of the yardage needed, this is a no-brainer. Raiders offense is going to go for it.
4th and 2 rather. 4th and 2 at the Mooney 23-yard line early in the second half. Harding trying to capitalize on a fumble off the opening kickoff for the second half. Coleman's going to keep that one. And he might have gotten that on second effort. The spot looks favorable at the moment.
Yep.
And they are moving the chain. So Coleman able to spin his way to a Harding first down. Mooney
well, the near side.
They are trying to
near side ref motion.
Want to get a measurement here, maybe.
Yeah, the near side ref motion for him to move the chains. Looks like it's going to be close enough to bring it out to measure.
So a big play early in the second half. That fourth down play is a little bit close.
This is going to be a big spot here.
Harding looks like they're a little bit short.
Can't tell. They're measuring it. It's got to be the nose of the ball. The officials still haven't made the call yet. Everybody's huddled around them. Looks like they're going to give it to them.
And it looks like Harding. I tell you, if they got that first down, they got it by a dimple on that ball.
Yeah, listen, that had to be something. I mean, they had to stand there for a good 30 seconds staring at it. I didn't see anybody reach into their pocket to grab the credit card to see if you could slide it through there, but
it couldn't have been much more than that.
You know, a lot of times they say it's the difference between the left foot and the right foot when the referee is walking up. Luckily, we got the right foot.
Coleman with the handoff. Trying to get that out around the left end, and Mooney had that strung out. Might be a gain of a couple there.
Yeah, gain of a couple. Looks like the near side wide receiver had a handful of shirt there. Thought maybe the referee there might have caught it, but got away with that one. Able to let him get around that corner there to pick up 3 yards on the play.
Trying to take advantage of the speed of Stephen Sims once again. He did manage about 3 on that play. 2nd down and 7 at the 18-yard line. Harding keeping this drive alive. This is Brandon Coleman up the middle. Gets it close to the 15.
Yeah, kind of pinballed around there.
They're going to call him down at the 16-yard line, it looks like.
It bounced
down at 5.
BJ bounced off a couple guys there. Looked like he got about a gain of 2 there. Really like to see him kind of come through that line, get a little bit lower there. He's kind of running straight up and down. Want to see him lower those shoulders, get behind those shoulder pads and start delivering those blows forward, fall forward for a couple yards, even on plays like that.
Stephen Sims checks back into the backfield for Harding. 3rd down and 5. Coleman steps back. He's under a heavy rush. He's going to keep this and turn it upfield. And Coleman gets inside the 10-yard line. And that looks like it should be enough for a Harding first down. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal just inside the Mooney 10-yard line.
Yeah, no need for a measurement on this.
Looks like they're spotting him at the 9. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Jazz using that speed out there and a little elusiveness as he got to the sideline. Looked like Mooney had an opportunity to push him out early before he got that first down. But I talk again about just really having control of that 6'5" frame to be able to use the agility to get the first down.
There's the handoff to Brandon Coleman, and this time Coleman gets those shoulders ahead, gets up to about maybe the 6-yard line.
Yeah, you see on this as he comes through, gets behind those pads here and just delivers the blow. Pushes that linebacker, and the tackle just drags him with him for another 2-3 yards.
2nd down and goal at the Mooney 6-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Ball's at the 6-yard line. Pick up a 3.
Really like how the offense is mixing up the plays inside, outside. Not afraid to drop back and pass. Not afraid to drop back and tuck it and run it. Really keeping the defense on their heels.
This is Coleman again, trying to feel his way around, and he's not going to do it this time. No gain on that play. Brings up 3rd down and goal to 6-yard line.
Handoff up the middle. Brought down by number 13, Walker Jones.
Yeah, defense staying at home there.
3rd down
Able to corral.
Ball still at the 6-yard line.
Coleman keeping it here at a 3rd and 6. I do believe at this juncture of the game, I don't know that this is going to be 4-down territory unless they get this deep inside the 5-yard line.
Coleman steps back, looking to get rid of it. He gets rid of the ball over the middle. Kind of had to throw that away. He was under a lot of pressure, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal to 6. And Jaron Edmonds is going to come on to attempt a field goal.
I like the play action. Looked like like Coleman was thinking about just taking that and trying to escape to the outside there. He saw the pressure coming, had the sense to keep his eyes downfield, saw the receiver just not able to get enough on it with that heavy pressure and falling back. Going to bring up the three-point attempt.
This is a 23-yard attempt for Jaron Edmonds. And that kick is up, and it is good. And Harding puts 3 on the board after covering the fumble on the second half opening kickoff.
Saw a little bit of lack of consistency by Edmonds early in the year. I can tell you, being at that Boardman game last week, I want to say he was perfect last week. This week he's came right back in and done the same thing. Huge advantage when you can take advantage of the idea of being able to put 3 on the board and not being able to have to just go for 2 on every touchdown. Makes a big difference. I think it was Bookville we played. We beat them 18-20. They scored 3 touchdowns. If they would have had the ability to be able to kick extra points, that could have been a 20-21 loss for Harding. But the fact that they didn't have someone that they had the faith in, weren't successful on any of their 2-point conversions, Harding was able to get out of there with that 18-20 victory.
So that field goal by Edmonds makes the score 17-6. And more importantly, it is a minimum 2-possession ball game at this point. Again, Mooney with all the momentum going in at halftime, bobbled that second half kickoff, and Harding made them pay for that with a 23-yard Jaron Edmonds field goal.
Look for something else short here. Probably want to keep it out of the hands of those deep men that have the ability to bring it back. I'd go right back to the well. Looks like they're going to call a sideline penalty now on Mooney.
Sideline warning. Cardinal Mooney, that's their first.
Now we've got everybody set where they're supposed to be. And this time Edmonds with the low squib kick, and that's going to be fielded and downed right there at the 32-yard line.
So that was number 18,
Cam Page. The fullback covered that one.
Mooney will take over 1st and 10. Ball's at their own 32-yard line.
Defense going to come out well rested.
Defense getting a little shot in the arm right there with that opening second half turnover, and Harding capitalizing for some points. Vince Gentile.
Right back to that quick hitter up the middle.
Page.
Big
stiff arm action out there, and that's a first down. Or close to it. Looks like second down and a very short one to go. So Mooney with a now they have the ball, an opportunity, a big first down play.
Yeah, you got to have a short memory, Tom. You know, at halftime they came out feeling that momentum of the first half, knew they had some opportunity to come out here, thought about putting 6 on the board, and then all of a sudden you got the big turnover. Harding comes down, but you know the coaches over there teach them short memory. We got the ball back. 1 score gets us right back in the game.
That's Kingston Powell. And that ball was trapped. That ball hit the ground, so that's going to fall incomplete. One ref over here was signaling incomplete. The ref on the far side signaling first down. I thought the ref on this side was signaling incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like they did call that incomplete.
Chain gang's got to go back. I thought the ref on this side of the field was signaling that that ball was incomplete. The gentleman on the far side was waving the chain gang up. And now it's 3rd down and a short one.
Well, you see, they think they've got an opportunity. Harding all year has stayed with the man-to-man coverage on the outside, but they've been giving up a lot of cushion. Mooney recognizing that. Vincent Gentile knows that he can basically get that 5-6 yard little hook route anytime he wants it. It's just putting it on the receiver and giving him an opportunity to catch it.
Mooney in that familiar I formation. And that's Cam Page. He's going to get around the end, and that'll get a first down for Cardinal Mooney. Out past the 45-yard line to the 46.
Yeah, Cam Page has had a nice night. Little bowling ball down there. 5'9", 190, 95 they're listing him at. Really low center of gravity. He takes that quick hitter. All it takes is the lineman to have to hold that block for about a half second for him to get the second level. And when it's not, he's able to kick that ball to the outside and use his speed to try to break the edge.
And again, that was to
Looks
number
like
4, Brady Desmond. And Desmond gets about 6 yards up the middle, and Mooney, all of a sudden, on the move.
Yeah, you can see they got some size up front there, just trying to wear down this front four of the Raiders. Use that weight against our speed and athleticism, hopefully slowing us down so they can just start to maul the line of scrimmage and move the ball forward.
And this is Desmond again. Gets a couple. It's going to bring up another 3rd down and short, 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals.
Number 4 this time, Brady Desmond.
Yeah, you see the difference. When Mooney's able to move the ball, I mean, it sounds like a no-brainer, but when they put themselves in these positive 3rd down positions, that's when they've been able to take these 10, 11, 12-yard drives and move down the field.
Make it 2. 3rd down.
And this time is to Aiden Page, the pitch. And he did not get that. He might have got a half a yard on that play, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and short. And I dare say that they're going to go for that.
I think they got to go for it here. Brick wall. Mr. Page hit there. Looked like a safety. Donovan McCoy came up there to make that hit.
And now they bring big Cam Page back in at that fullback position. And he's going to get the call.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
And he may have fallen ahead. It's going to be awful close. That second effort might just have done it.
They might have to bring out those chains again with the credit card. That's going to be real close.
Looked like they had Cam Page bottled up back there, but then that last effort where he fell ahead really got it close to the 1st down. No call has been made yet.
Yeah, they're going to bring the chains out.
Here comes the chain gang one more time.
I thought in real time it looked like he was short, got a nice favorable spot. They're going to stretch it here. Let's see. He's short.
Not going to get it.
He's short.
That was short by about the length of a football, and Harding will take over on downs at their own 45-yard line.
Tom, that's huge right there. Mooney was starting to build a little momentum there with the run game, starting to wear down that front four to Harding defense, but they stepped up when it was needed.
So Harding takes over. It's 1st and 10 at their 45-yard line. 4:38 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's see if they try to hit something deep here while Mooney's licking his wounds.
Coleman all alone in the backfield. He's going to keep this one and pick up about 5, maybe 6 on that play. Fake that jet sweep to Harris Coleman Bay and handled it up the middle up to about the 50-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down and short 5.
Brings up 2nd down and 5. Ball's at midfield.
Harding runs the play in here, looking to work that clock against Mooney as well.
And Chaz Coleman again will be in an empty backfield.
Marcus Crum to the near side here. Haven't heard his name. He's man-to-man.
Coleman keeps it again, dances his way out to another Harding 1st down inside the Mooney 45-yard line.
You know, it's usually you don't say elusive and 6'5" in the same sentence, but he does a real good job at making it real difficult to get to that big frame of his. I mean, just amazing footwork for a young man of that size.
Ball spotted just outside the Mooney 44-yard line. And this time he gives it to Harris Coleman Bay. Bay trying to get around a corner, picks up maybe a couple before he's knocked hard out of bounds.
You know, just seeing the reason you've got the block out here on the near side of the wide receiver, but because they're locked up in man-to-man coverage, that corner's just following him as he's coming through on the jet. And so this is, if you watch, he's just following the play here. I think that's number 30. Even though you've got the block to the outside, the man-to-man coverage that they're in, he just stays with his man. That's why they're able to stop that play for minimal yards.
Pickup of 1 to the 43-yard line. That's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Raiders. And again, Coleman is in that empty backfield, pretty much making decisions. There's Coleman Bay again. Chaz Coleman will keep it. And looks like another Raider first down on that play, down to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, just using his patience there, following his blocks, letting him set up, kind of weaving his way up the field as you watch here. Fakes that jet sweep, tucks it, keeps his head up, just like a quarterback should, looking downfield, watching his pattern, watching the blocks, just picking and choosing where to go. Nice, easy 7-8 yard gain to move the well, it looks like they're going to call that a little short, yeah.
Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. That's 3rd down and at most a half a yard.
You know, this is one of those opportunities. You know, with the man-to-man coverage, no safeties back, you might see him take a shot deep knowing they have the opportunity to go for it on 4th.
And Chaz Coleman will keep that and dive ahead to about the 32-yard line, and that is another Warren Harding Raider first down.
Yeah, just keep the chains moving, keep the clock moving.
Just methodically getting 3, 4, 5 yards, maybe 8 here and there, and moving the ball ahead. Nothing fancy, just Coleman deciding whether or not to hand it off to one of the backs or just keep it in that big frame of his, getting 4 yards just by falling ahead. This time he's going to set back the pass and keep it and get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, pick up maybe 1 there, bring up a 2nd down, and looks like 9 at the 31-yard line. Actually, right at the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd down and 10, so no gain on that play.
Mooney did a good job there. Offensive line trying to keep that pocket from collapsing.
Inside a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Harding trying to create a little distance between themselves and Cardinal Mooney with this drive.
Looks like they got some clock problems here. 11 seconds, a little issue with the personnel. They're going to have to burn one here. Let that clock go all the way down to 1, then call your timeout. There you go.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
Timeout with 26 seconds to go in the quarter.
Harding football fans, don't forget to listen to all of the Warren G. Harding Raiders home and away football games on the Raiders Radio Network. Heard locally on 1570 WHTX.
Want to remind everyone, I believe October 27th will be the City of Warren's Halloween parade. I believe that lineup starts at 5 o'clock. Always a good time to go down there, get the kids out on the street. See beautiful downtown Warren. You know, the investment from the private sector, the public sector. Everyone sees how beautiful that fountain is now. With help from philanthropy, we are renovating the gazebo as well as we speak. Just look forward to just a great holiday season coming up here with all the additions that have been done by the schools, the private sector, the city, just really making our city a destination, a place to be proud of.
2nd down and 10. To give us to Steven Sims this time. Sims up to about the 25-yard line before he's pushed back. Give him the 26. 3rd down and about 4 coming up.
Number 8, Steven Sims, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Sims met by a host of tacklers there, kind of picked up that looked more like maybe a wrestling move to belly-to-belly body slam to take him down there.
That play takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
And there's your 3rd quarter score from Mollenkopf.
As we go to the fourth quarter, Harding is threatening once again, leading 17-6 going into the final frame here tonight. Once again, homecoming for Warren Harding. Trying to make it a good one.
Yeah, you still got a whole quarter left here. I mean, Mooney's shown a lot of ability. You know, by no means is this, you know, any type of blowout. I mean, we've seen, you know, Harding be able to control the ball on the offensive side, and they've really, you know, bend but not break with Mooney on the defensive side. Big turnover to start the first half there. Really put Harding in the driver's seat, but give Mooney their credit. They were able to hold Harding to that field goal to keep themselves within at least shouting distance going into this fourth quarter here.
And to be sure, Mooney has the ability to score in a lot of ways. They've got some speed over there, and Vince Gentile can throw the ball. Coleman, he's going to keep this one, and he's not going to get a whole lot.
Yeah, the you know, giving Mooney's front four a lot of credit. You know, they haven't, other than the one that was called back on the hold, really have kept Chaz Coleman in his in the running game kind of at bay here. We've been able to just methodically, you know, put together 10, 11, 12 play drives and just break the will of that Mooney defense on our scoring drives. But give them the credit, they haven't given up the big one. Now, what we haven't seen as well, we haven't seen a lot of downfield attempts. We haven't seen them stretch the field. I said it a couple plays ago. You know, Marcus Crum, one of Chaz Coleman's favorite targets, haven't called his name at all tonight. But we'll see what happens here as we get later if they try to stretch the field to get those linebackers and safeties pushed back.
4th and 4. Coleman's going to keep it. He's got room to the outside. And Coleman is going to bust it inside the 20 and save this drive. It's another Harding first down at the 19-yard line.
I mean, those are the plays that just break the will. You see it breaks down on the high side. Coleman just tucks the ball, able to get to the outside. Mooney collapsed on him, but not before he could get that gain about 5-6 yards to move the chains.
You know, we talk about Chaz Coleman being 6'5", but don't forget he's also 235, so that is a big body going into those defensive backs right there.
No, you know, we talked before. You know, he gets that head of speed up. You know, that's a business decision you got to make there.
Brandon Coleman breaking loose down to about the 12-yard line.
And this is where you start to see, you talk about, you know, the defense been on the field for a while. They're getting them to third down, hoping they can get off the field, and their will just gets crushed by that half yard, 1 yard to get the first down, and all of a sudden you start seeing the bigger gains. You start seeing that offensive line winning more battles, and it's prevalent on plays like this.
2nd down and 3 at the Mooney 12. I believe that is Steven Sims in the backfield once again. He has, they're going to stop that one before it gets going.
Well, they got a false start or illegal formation.
Dead ball, false start on the offense, 5 yards,
So that will
second
slow
down.
down the Harding attack just a bit as they push that ball back to the 17-yard line. And now facing a 2nd down and 8.
You know, one of the things that we haven't seen all night is some of those pre-snap penalties. Pre-snap penalties, putting yourself behind the chains. Those type of plays can just ruin drives. First one I believe that we've seen from the Raiders tonight.
Sims is still in the backfield alongside Chaz Coleman. Little screen pass, trying to get Sims out in the open. They pick up a couple. He's knocked out at about the 13-yard line.
Coleman's pass complete to number 8, Steven Sims, in the right flat.
Using his speed out there, man-to-man coverage. Wasn't able to stay with him. Sims able to get upfield for a gain of 4. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 here inside the Mooney 20. Once again, one of those plays where all they need is about 3 yards here, and you're in 4-down territory, but you also have the faith in your kicker to tack another 3 on the board if need be.
Coleman's going to keep this one, trying to get outside. Right. He's going to be short.
Let's see if they bring Edmonds out. Looks like they're going to.
And the field goal unit comes on. Jaron Edmonds coming out, trying to make this a 20-6 ball game. This will be a similar kick to his last. Actually, it's going to be back at 20. It's a 30-yard attempt coming up. They set up on the 20, so a 30-yard attempt for Jaron Edmonds. Good position right in the middle of the field. He's definitely shown the leg to get it there. Now we just got to get it through the uprights. That kick is up, and it is good. And Jaron Edmonds, perfect on the night.
Yes.
A couple extra points and a couple field goals, and all of a sudden, it is a 20-6 ball game.
Now, this is you talk about getting to this point in the season. We're in week 8 right now. Just really trying to tighten everything up. Want to be firing on all cylinders. Football being a 3-phase sport: offense, defense, special teams. The way Gigi's been kicking, Jaron Edmonds got to put a big smile on the coaches, knowing that he's got the leg. I mean, you saw that kick there. He's good from 40, 45.
Absolutely, yes.
That's a big weapon to have.
No doubt.
As you start gearing up for Massillon, Austintown, and looking your way into the playoffs. See if they choose to kick that short again.
8:43 to go in the ball game. They have stayed away from Tyon Flowers so far here in the second half. And they will do it again.
It's a live ball.
That ball is covered up at about the 37-yard line. Harding preferring to give up a little bit of field position as opposed to the deep threat that is Tyon Flowers for the Mooney Cardinals.
Yeah, right now the clock's against Mooney. I mean, you've got 8:42 left. They need 2 scores. You know, they did miss a couple deep ones. They had a couple opportunities going deep. Quarterback wasn't able to connect due to a lot of pressure coming up from the front and the edges there. So they've shown that opportunity. So Harding's never going to be able to never going to want to put that ball into the hands of somebody that can score anywhere on the field. They're going to want to try to use this clock against Moody, make them grind that clock down, knowing that they've got a confident two possession lead here.
And Gentile with the handoff. That looks like Aiden Page, and he's going to lose a couple on that play. Brings up a second down and 11, loss of 1.
You know, with 8:30 left, you're given the opportunity to maybe, get a couple yards upfield, but those handoffs are going to have to start turning into play actions if they want to start moving the ball with any type of urgency to be able to put themselves back in the game here with only about 8 minutes left. Looks like they do have all 3 timeouts, but the clock is really against them right now, being down 2 scores.
They've got deep threats, and Gentile has the arm. And he's going to try to air it out this time.
That's a
and
punt.
That is short. That ball is picked off. That's Raylan Adams. Brings it back to the Mooney 40-yard line.
Raylan Adams with the interception there. I called it a punt as soon as it went up, but that's due to the pressure from the left side from Deshaun Wynn. You see him coming around with the hit. Couldn't get his full arm into it. Like a center fielder out there, Raylan Adams could have called a fair catch if he wanted to. Putting the Raiders back in business on the Mooney side of the 50. All night long, whether it's been Chaz Coleman coming from that edge or it's been Deshaun Wynn coming from that edge, just causing havoc in the backfield to the quarterback, just not giving him time to be able to find those receivers downfield.
James Jones getting another opportunity at quarterback. Brandon Coleman with the handoff. He picks up about 2 yards, about the 39-yard line. Second down and 8.
Jones in again. Look for a steady rendition of running it up the middle outside, staying in bounds, make Mooney burn those timeouts. Use the clock against them. Have a nice celebration with the band after the game for homecoming.
I believe that is Stephen Sims in the backfield this time, and he gets the call up the middle. Gets it inside the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.5, 4 yards to go.
You know, Steven Sims, listed as a wide receiver and corner, got a lot of time at quarterback, at running back this game, and not afraid to lower his shoulder and put his nose in there and trade some paint.
3rd down and 3.
Stephen Sims staying in there at running back. James Jones at quarterback. Sims again, trying to feel his way outside, and this time he's going to shut it down. That's going to bring up a 4th down for Harding. 4th and maybe 2, 3 yards.
Inside the 35, brought down by number 11.
Yeah, Mooney feeling the run here, knowing that the Raiders are going to work the clock. They're just stacking the box there.
Brings up a 4th down and 2.
Harding seems very content with just continuing to run that clock, staying in bounds. I think they're even going to go for it here on this 4th and 2.
Brandon Coleman lining up at running back for this play, this 4th and 2 play. And he will get the call, and he will get the 1st down and a few more inside the Mooney 25-yard line.
BJ with another hard run there. Just a backbreaker for Mooney. They had an opportunity, but I'm telling you, the way Coleman's running the ball tonight, those arm tackles aren't going to work. He just ran straight through it for a nice gain of 4 to 5 yards there.
1st and 10, Harding at the Mooney 25. Clock continues to tick, coming up on 5.5 minutes to play. And Harding just eating up time right now at the moment, keeping that ball on the ground, running the clock down. That's Eris Coleman Bay trying to work his way outside, and he's going to be dropped for a little bit of a loss on that one. But the clock continues to run.
I haven't seen that. That's something new. That stretch play there.
2nd down and 11.
Mooney able to get off those blocks. Coleman Bay able to break a couple tackles, but still for a loss of 1. But most importantly, stayed in bounds and kept that clock running.
Loss takes the ball back to the Mooney 26-yard line. It's 2nd down and 11. Harding using up just about all of that play clock. 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. High snap, and that's Brandon Coleman once again trying to bump it outside once here. Gets it up, maybe a couple yard gain.
Hand off to number 2, BJ Coleman.
It looks like they're going to start burning those timeouts now.
Coleman was tackled by number 0.
Jones, great job there handling the high snap.
Timeout.
Getting it down for Coleman, trying to stretch it to the outside, but you got a host of 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 Cardinal Mooney defenders waiting for him there. Should have kind of let him string it out a little more, get him out of bounds. He could have saved some timeouts.
Mooney calls a timeout, trying to preserve a little bit of time.
So Tom, I hear there's a couple games tomorrow. One in Cleveland, they moved up to 1 o'clock, and is the other one, is it at the Shoe, or do they go out west?
They are out west.
Yeah.
They're going out to visit the Ducks.
Great game, number 2 versus number 3. Assume that's going to be a primetime game for the Buckeyes. But then the Guardians giving themselves great opportunity last night, coming back on a Fry home run.
And don't forget, if you're a Guardians fan, that game has been moved up to 1 o'clock.
They won that game small ball. I haven't seen a squeeze bunt for a run in a long time.
Jones looking for Chaz Coleman. Coleman made one heck of a grab, but he was out of bounds.
You know, they tried that against Ursuline, ended up in an interception. Last week tried it again against Boardman, weren't able to hook up This week, just a little bit out of bounds, but you see why they do it. I mean, you've got Chaz Coleman out there listed at 6'5". He's picked up by a corner in single coverage. Kingston Powell, 6 foot. Just an excellent opportunity there to take advantage of that size advantage. And let's not forget, as good as you see Chaz Coleman out here on the football field, he's an equally good basketball player.
Well, Edmonds would have been good for 40 in the last one, so let's see if he can nail it. He gets that ball up.
Short.
And just a little short. I don't think he caught that one as solid as he has been all night.
You can see it. Wasn't sure if maybe the snap or maybe his footing. I mean, we've seen him in pregame hit from 45 easily. But doesn't look like he got all of that one. He was online, just didn't look like he got it all.
Kind of like my wedge shots this morning. Just a little short.
My wedge shot would have ended up on the softball field. I've golfed in a couple scrambles. I won't waste anybody's time trying to do it on my own. But yeah, difficult game to play out there in golf.
Gentile back to pass.
All the time in the world, but
he finds a receiver over the middle. Try and get a number for you on that one.
Come back, Raiders. Look like zone underneath.
That was Ike, number 6. Rocco Gentile. Vince Gentile to Rocco Gentile. Big gain for Mooney out to the 44-yard line where they'll have a 1st and 10. I think we're going to see Mr. Gentile start testing that arm of his. He steps back again. Looking for his big receiver.
Number 2.
Dennis Clark over there.
Yeah, number 2. That looks like him.
2nd down and 10. 3:49 to go. Mooney trying to find something quick and get into this ball game in the closing minutes.
Yeah, really, you know, the way they bring the plays in, you know, looking to the sideline for everything, I just don't see how you can really get into a rhythm like that because you're pausing to look. You know, they're going to get up to the line. They're going to take a look over at the coach to see if they want to stick with it. Right now, you need to hit some rhythm if you're going to want to get in the end zone quick.
Gentile again over the middle.
Looks like they're going to call something here.
He's looking for Tyon Flowers. I think the Raiders are going to get tabbed for pass interference on that play.
Couldn't tell if McCoy maybe had a hand on the jersey or something there. It looked pretty clean to me, but the official had a good look from the back.
Pass interference, defense number 10, 15 yards, 1st down.
They're going to call it away from the ball?
That penalty is going to move Mooney up to the Harding 41-yard line, and they will have a 1st and 10 at that point. Gentile again back to pass. That ball was tipped. He was looking for Tyon Flowers over the middle, and lucky to get that one back.
No, absolutely. You see they've got trips up to the far side there. See the safety come off. Reading that the whole way, lucky to get that ball back for another down.
Second down and 10.
Win again.
Was looking for number 7, Keith Rhodes, over here on the near sideline. Overthrew him.
Gentile knew that he had to put a little more on that ball because Wynn was driving down on him again. Give him a lot of credit for sticking in the pocket, absorbing that big hit that he knew that was coming. Great coverage by number 10, Matthew Richardson, to bring up this big 3rd and 10. Here comes Wynn again.
He finds Aiden Page over the middle. I think we're going to see a face mask on that.
I think they're going to call it on Coleman. He came off the near side on the end. Him and Wynn both came off the edges there, kind of sandwiched him, but I think they might have got Coleman for a slight late hit there.
They found Aiden Page over the middle. Had no gain on the play, but that defense.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback, number 1, 15 yards, first down.
They're going to call a roughing the passer quarterback on penalty, rather. Roughing the passer penalty on Chaz Coleman. That's going to move the ball ahead another 15, down to about the, looks like the 26-yard line, and it is 1st and 10 once again for Cardinal Mooney.
Nope. These two
trying to find Kingston Powell out there out of the backfield, couldn't quite connect.
These two tackles have had their hands full all night, trying to catch up with the speed of Wynn and Coleman coming off those outside edges there.
2nd down and 10, 3:14 to go in the game. Mooney trying to put a score on the board, saying this. They're down by a pair of touchdowns at this point, 20-6. Gentile looking over the middle once again, trying to find Tyon Flowers, and just outside his reach. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, you got a lot of bodies going over the middle there. It's like Mooney with a big, looks like is that gonna bring up 4th down now?
They have it marked 3rd and 10. I think we're 3rd and 10 here.
Mooney's gonna call a timeout here to talk about it. 3:09 left. A lot of credit to this Harding defense. Coaches have done a great job subbing in and out, keeping everybody fresh, really keeping the pressure on the quarterback. They've been relying on the run all night, been able to, pop a couple 4, 5, 6 yarders to move the chains. A couple penalties, honestly, is what's gotten the ball down here. You had 2 15-yarders that accounted for 30 yards of this drive, but the defense has held pretty strong right here. Not the front four, not giving the quarterback any time back there, and the corners holding their own in this man-to-man coverage.
3rd and 10 for the Cardinals.
3-man rush, 4-man rush.
Gentile looking to the end zone. Trying to find Kingston Powell over there.
That was Donovan McCoy again, step for step with his receiver.
And that will bring up 4th down and 10 for the Cardinals. And this may just be their last gasp.
4th and 10.
Yeah, no real choice. We'll see if Mooney wants to use their last time out to talk about it.
Looks like they're going to keep it on the board and send a play in. Dennis Clark down here on the nearest sideline. And Gentile under a lot of pressure, has to get rid of that, and I'm not sure why that's not a grounding
should be a flag.
But at any rate, ball's going to go to the Raiders on downs regardless.
Yeah, didn't make the line of scrimmage and nobody near, but I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Turnover on downs here. Raiders should be able to come in and just run the clock out.
2:58 to play as the Raiders take over on their own 26-yard line.
Mooney turns it over on downs.
Look like a little something after the whistle here they're talking about, not really going to make a difference. They threw a flag on.
Well, now we've got, now there's more discussion, and Tyon Flowers for Mooney didn't seem to be happy about something over there.
Yeah, it looked like
him and the coach and the official.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the offense, number 10, 15 yards, 1st down.
They called that on number 10.
Half the distance.
They threw that on the Raiders sideline, but yet they called it on Mooney, and then they said half the.
It must have been apparently. Well, it's on the offense. They're going to back the offense up, so it's.
So 10, that would have been Matt Richardson, but it looked like it was Donovan McCoy and Tyon Flowers that were having some words with the officials afterwards, but hey.
It's going to take the ball back to the Raider 13-yard line, half the distance to the goal. 1st and 10.
Big hole.
And that's Brandon Coleman Big yardage outside the 25. That'll be a Raider first down, and more importantly, that clock's going to start going here as soon as they get the chains in position. Harding just looking to run this down and finish this one up for homecoming 2024 for Warren Harding.
Gain of 14 on the play.
And
First and 10, Harding.
importantly for the program, a 6-2 record and some more solid points towards a playoff seeding.
Yeah, we looked before the game. They had Boardman seated in front, but pretty confident just because Boardman played last night. Obviously, Harding with the win over Boardman last week. Assuming we put this one in the bag, you can see Harding easily moving up to that number 5 spot in the, I believe, Region 5.
That's Brandon Coleman again. This time there's no gain on it. Just bring up a second down and 10 from the 27-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the ball game.
30, Rocco Zabel. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
It looks like Mooney's content, which is keeping that timeout in their pocket. Like we talked about, I mean, they've lost to some really good teams. I mean, even, considering this one ends up a loss in minute 43, I mean, they're going to lose to, once again, a pretty good team with a pretty good record at 6-2. Really would have liked to get one of these wins for them to really bolster their playoff opportunities. But unfortunately for them, Harding was able to just really outlast some of their big gasp and make them come up short. Only that first touchdown there at the end of the first quarter. Other than that, that Harding defense has been pretty stout this whole second half.
So there's another Brandon Coleman run up the middle, stopped for maybe a 2-yard gain. Third down and 8 as the clock continues to tick. 20 seconds, you can run this down, then probably watch it tick off the rest of the way. They may not have to snap it again after this one.
Did they burn one? I see the clock stopped here with 47 seconds. Yeah, they're going to reset the play clock to 25, and that will definitely, if they start the clock, that should definitely, well, they're not, very confused.
James Jones just came in for Chaz Coleman. He's going to hand it off to Brandon Coleman. And that ought to be enough to just let the clock run out.
No, Mooney's going to burn one.
They burn that
They're going to burn that timeout.
Okay. They're going to make Harding snap it one more time. They'll bring Chaz Coleman in to punt it away.
Yeah, you want to be careful on this. Nice to have, your dual threat player out there for the punt, but with 40 seconds left in a 2-score game here, obviously you would assume Mooney called that timeout because they plan on coming after this punt. Want to protect him at all costs. See Coach Richardson's talking down there. There was some interesting clock work there with that 47 seconds left. Didn't really understand how the clock got stopped at that point. Looked like they were just calling to reset the play clock, but somehow stopped the game clock, and it didn't start again until the play started. That's what's given this opportunity for Mooney to be able to call the timeout with 40 seconds left and putting Harding in a position to punt.
.40 seconds to play. Harding set up to punt. And they are bringing the house. They don't have anybody back. A little bit of a high snap. Gets the punt off. And that's fine. It's downed right there.
A smart play by Coleman there.
And things have broken down. Players are coming off the bench.
Harding players are staying.
Harding players have stayed back. That's a good sign there. A lot of Mooney players came out. And things have been getting chippy for the last few minutes of this ball game, and they have finally boiled over.
Well, I'll tell you, the Harding, it's not lost on the Harding players that they called that timeout with 40 seconds there. And it's not lost on the Harding players that they tried to send the house knowing who was back there to punt. give a lot of respect to that Harding bench, to those coaches being able to keep our players at bay, because trust me, if you're a player down there and you're a coach down there, you know exactly why they called that timeout, and you know exactly why they tried to send the house with 40 seconds left, strictly because you had your number one quarterback and your number one defensive player back there punting.
So now,
there's a good chance at this point, 32 seconds left in the game, either our AD can go down there or the coaches can just call it right now.
we've got offsetting personal fouls. That will give Mooney the football with 32 seconds left to play. And it'll be interesting to see if emotions can be kept in check for another 30 seconds or so till we get out of here.
Coach Richardson's got him down there right now. Look, this is a football game. We play football, we win football. All the extra stuff, yeah, you stick up for your guys, all that. But at the end of the day, we're here to play football. We're here to win. That's all we're here to do. I like to see how he's got the whole team around him right now, and he's giving them that talk. He's letting them know we're here to win football games, and that's it.
Thank you for attending tonight's game. We look forward to seeing you next Friday at our senior cheer and football recognition. Please drive home.
You see Harding's AD, Rick Shepis, out there on the field, making sure that everything stays calm here for the remainder of the ball game.
Now, I got the opportunity to meet Mr. Shepis on several occasions. Just a gentleman, and I mean, he's a pro. He's been doing this for a long time. Very impressed with the conversations I had with him. Very impressed with the direction in which not only he wants to take this program, but all of the Warren City School programs, from the Little Raiders to Burbank baseball to the soccer leagues on up. Just a pleasure to talk to him, and look forward to everything that that he can help bring to this program.
Okay, so Mooney set with 32 seconds to play at about the 50-yard line. Gentile back to pass. Screen over the middle. He finds Tyon Flowers. Flowers is met immediately. That ball is loose, but they're going to rule it down at the 50.
Gentile's pass complete to number 3.
He got Flowers the ball, but Flowers had no place to go. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Clock is at 14 seconds.
Former teammates there for the Little Raiders.
Mooney hustling to try and get another play off.
Raytwan Hill, they're going to spike it.
Clocks it with 3 seconds to play.
Clocking it with 3 seconds, huh? So, Raiders going to send the defense back on for one more play.
Gentile drops back. He's going to let it fly towards the end zone. He's got Tyon Flowers. He can't hold on to it, and that will be the end of the ball game. So Harding will win its homecoming game 20-6, improve to 6-2 on the year. The Mooney Cardinals will drop to 2-6.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Tom, out of this 8th game of the year, you know, everybody was real impressed. Game 1 against McKinley. Great team. Had an opportunity to win in the end, lost by 6, but I'm going to tell you, overall offense, defense, special teams, no doubt, this is the best full game that this team has played on both sides of the ball, including the special teams. Really proud to see where this team is in Week 8. Look forward to going into Massillon next week and finishing up, Massillon coming here next week and then us finishing up in Austintown. But this team is exactly where they want to be right now in Week 8. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Good to see that cooler heads have prevailed, and the post-game handshakes are going on the way they should.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, Tom, it's football. You know, you never like to see some of the extracurricular, but at the end of the, you know, it got broken up. No harm, no foul, offsetting penalties. You know, but what I really liked is, you know, that teachable moment. You know, at the end of that Coach Richardson gets that team around him, brings them in, and lets them know we are here to win football games. That is what we are here to do. That is what we will be remembered for. Nothing more, nothing less. Get out there, finish the game. Let's go home on homecoming night with a win.
So week 8 is in the books. Massillon coming to Mollenkopf Stadium next Friday before finishing up on the road at Austintown Fitch. Harding in prime position to get a postseason spot and play in week 11.
I mean, listen, they pull out, if they can get a win against Massillon or get a win against Austintown, there's an opportunity they may have a home game for a playoff game.
Absolutely. And that'll about do it for us here at Mollenkopf. To any of the Harding students out there listening, enjoy your homecoming. Stay safe this weekend, so we see you all back on Monday when our classes resume. And for the rest of you Raider Nation out there, enjoy the weekend. Got a lot of good sporting moments to come, so enjoy yourselves, and we will see you next week.
Good night, everybody.